Hey, welcome to the channel again. Now today we're going to be discussing the Premier League games that happened at the weekend, from the Arsenals to the Tottenhams, the Man Uniteds, the Man Cities, the Crystal Palace game, obviously against Tottenham. Anyway, let's start off with the game late last night between Arsenal and Liverpool. That was a very fraught, hard-fought game. It really was a very enthralling game to watch. It was a bit of cat and mouse. It wasn't really an easy watch either. However, there were some brilliant plays in it. The first goal by Ben White, kicking over the wall defence and giving it to Saka, with two brilliant touches. He put it in the back of the net. The guy, when he's on form, Saka is untouchable. He really is extremely good. And then, of course, as usual, well, lo and behold, Liverpool fight back and got a goal back through a Van Dijk header from a corner, kicked in by Alexander-Arnold. So it was even Stevens by about 25-30 minutes to go. Then towards the end of the first half, which was mainly Arsenal on the attack and really dominating the play, going forward with Martinelli and Trossard. Rice had an in-swinging free kick, which Merino got his first goal for Arsenal. It was a very well taken goal. A very long VAR decision checking on the lines. It was very close, but they weren't offside, so Merino got a goal. And then in the second half, lo and behold, Arsenal got more injuries. They had to take Timber off, they had to take Gabriel off in defence, and so put on in their place Kivior and the young Kelly. Now, they're good players, they played well, but when you got playing someone against like Mohamed Salah in attack and Nunez, who was, have to be said, I mean, I'm not the greatest fan of Nunez because I think he should be scoring goals, but he doesn't. But on his dribbling on the wing, he is good at, and he just opened the space for Mohamed Salah, and Salah took his goal as he always does with such class. Now, so it was 2-2. Coming towards the end of the game, then of course, the usual thing, the referee interferes with the game. The referees in England are crap, they really are. And then he blows his whistle when Kivior did a very good header, which went over to Havertz, who kicked it towards goal, and should have been a goal with Jesus putting it in. But because the referee, for some unknown reason, blew his whistle, said that Kivior's header was a foul. I can't really see how it was. The game couldn't continue. So it should have been 3-2 to Arsenal, but ended up a 2-2 draw. More or less fair result, because it was all Arsenal the first half, and the second half was more Liverpool's. They did a lot more pressing, but Arsenal could have nicked at the end. Now, let's move on to the next game on Sunday, which was West Ham v Man United. My God, if Ten Hag stays as manager for the next 2 weeks, God knows how. They were awful. They were atrocious against a weak West Ham side. They got some world class beforehand. Were considered world class players, but they're just not playing as a team. And in the first half, they were dominating the game as West Ham, and still didn't manage to create enough shots on goal, and it just was appalling. Basically, it really was. And that's what happens when things like this happen. A weaker side can come back at you, and West Ham were playing at home, and they go and got 2 goals, and basically took Man United apart. And all the Man United fans I know are wanting Ten Hag's head, because he's just, you can see he's lost the dressing room. It's just not, they're just not playing well. They're not consistent. They're just not attractive to watch either. Even though they've got some very good players in their team, they're generally not on form. And how Ten Hag still stays in the job, who knows? Then we have come to the Tottenham Palace game. That, again, quite surprisingly, Tottenham being Spursy, lost 1-0 while away to Palace to a Mateta goal. And they had a lot of the possession, but they didn't convert. And as usual, Tottenham, when they don't convert, tend to lose games. You know, they're not committed enough. They've got great players like Maddison in their team, and also Solanke, and Kvaratskhelia, but they just are not committed enough to the game. And even with Palace bringing on Nketiah, who still hasn't managed to score a goal for Palace since he's moved from Arsenal, they weren't strong enough to beat the players in the Palace team like Wharton, Eze. They were great, very good players, and Charles Nguyen in defence for Palace. So all in all, a deserved win for Palace, 1-0 win against Tottenham. And finally, let's come to the old game that was played with City against you all know who yesterday, which was City played our favourite team, and I've forgotten. And they just dominated it. They dominated the game, even though they only won 1-0 at home with the Haaland goal early. They just were the dominant team. And that's what you expect from City. Even when they're not playing well, which they weren't playing as well yesterday, they are just the dominant team. And they went on to win. And there's nothing much their opponents could do about it. As much as they tried, City just dominated the game, and that's all there's to say about it. I can just see, unless City get done for the charges, which who knows, they'll probably get off. I think City are going to win the Premier League this season. Anyway, that's my thoughts on all those games. If you have any comments, please put them below, and like and share this video. Goodbye.